Good morning. We are going to work on dividing fractions now. Dividing fractions is actually very similar to multiplying fractions, except for there's just one little extra step that we have to do, which I'll teach you right now. So looking at our first one, it says 1/2 divided by 3/4 equals. Alrighty, so we need to do this thing called a reciprocal. We need to take the reciprocal of the second fraction. This would be our second fraction. Remember, first fraction, first, second, first, second. Okay, my marker's kind of dying, so let me switch out colors quick. Alrighty, so looking at our first fraction, 1/2 divided by 3/4. We need to take it. Our first fraction will stay the same as 1/2. It's going to turn into a multiplication problem instead by taking the reciprocal of the second fraction. Our reciprocal means we need to flip around the second fraction. So flipping it around would make it become 4/3. Now that we've taken this division problem and have turned it into a multiplication problem, we can solve it. So looking at our numerators, remember numerator is top number. 1 times 4 equals 4. Look at our denominators. Denominator, remember, is bottom number. 2 times 3 equals 6. So 1/2 divided by 3/4 is 4/6. So we need to take our second fraction and turn it into the reciprocal of 4/3. Once we have the reciprocal of the second fraction, we can multiply. So our division problem becomes a multiplication problem. Okay? So remember, we don't do anything with our first fractions. It stays the same. It's the second fraction that we have to do the reciprocal to. So looking at our next problem, we have 2/6 divided by 3/4. We need to write out the first problem, or the first fraction, keep it the same. We're going to put our multiplication symbol in instead of our division symbol. Then we need to take the reciprocal of 3/4. What would the reciprocal be? Correct. 4/3. Alrighty. Now we need to multiply the numerators. Numerator is our top number. 4 times 2 is, excellent, 8. 6 times 3, 18. Alrighty. Our very last problem. 4/6 divided by 3/5 equals, let's keep our first fraction the same. Our division symbol becomes a multiplication symbol. And we need to find the reciprocal of our second fraction. So right now it says 3/5. Our reciprocal of 3/5 is 5/3. Now that our division problem has become a multiplication problem, we need to figure out the answer. So let's go ahead and multiply. Multiply across the top of the numerators. 4 times 5, we get 20. Multiply across with our denominator, our bottom number. 6 times 3. Hey, look, we just did that. What did we get? 18. Okay. So 4/6 times 5/3 is 20/18. 4/6 divided by 3/5 is 20/18.